You know what a factory farm looks like. Rows of animals in cages, fed just enough to stay alive, harvested for profit, then discarded. You're in one right now. Except the cage is invisible, the feed is content, and the harvest is your attention. This is video number 2 of the Neo-Machiavellian series. In video number 1, I told you that you're a slave. Today, I'm showing you the farm. And when you see it, you can never unsee it. Let's go. When I say you're being farmed, I'm not being poetic. I'm being literal. There is an industrial-scale operation designed to extract value from you. And just like factory farming, it's optimized for maximum yield at minimum cost. Here's how a farm works. You keep the livestock in a controlled environment. You feed them. You keep them docile. You harvest what's valuable. You repeat. Here's how the attention farm works. They keep you in apps. They feed you content. They keep you scrolling. They harvest your attention. They sell it. They repeat. The difference? On a factory farm, the animals know their livestock. On the attention farm, you think you're the customer. You're not the customer. You've never been the customer. The advertisers are the customers. You are the product being sold. And business is fucking booming. In 2024, the global attention economy was worth over $1.5 trillion. That's not a typo. 1.5 trillion. More than the entire GDP of most countries. More than oil. More than gold. More than almost any other commodity on Earth. And what is this trillion-dollar industry harvesting? Your attention. Your focus. Your time. Your consciousness. Because here's what they figured out. Human attention is finite. There are only 24 hours in a day. Only so much mental bandwidth. Only so much consciousness to go around. And whoever controls that attention controls everything. They control what you buy, what you think, what you believe, what you want, who you vote for, what you value, your entire reality. So they built the most sophisticated harvesting operation in human history, and most people don't even know they're in it. Facebook makes about $60 per user per year from your attention. Doesn't sound like much, right? Multiply that by 3 billion users. That's $180 billion every year from harvesting attention. YouTube, over $30 billion annually. TikTok, 20 billion and growing exponentially. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, every single one is in the same business, the attention harvest business. They're not social media companies. They're not technology companies. They're farming operations, and you're the crop. And just like any efficient farm, they've optimized every aspect of the operation. The feed algorithms, the notification systems, the infinite scroll, the autoplay. Every single feature is designed for one purpose: maximize harvest. Keep you in the pen, keep you consuming, keep you coming back. Extract every possible second of attention. Convert it to advertising revenue, profit. This isn't conspiracy. This is their actual business model. They've publicly stated it. We're in the attention business. We monetize engagement. Our product is user attention. They're telling you exactly what they're doing. Most people just aren't listening. Let's start with the most obvious one, the infinite scroll. You know the feeling. You open an app to check something quick. 30 minutes later, you're still scrolling. You don't remember what you were looking for. You don't remember deciding to keep scrolling, but you did. That's not an accident. That's design. Before infinite scroll, websites had pages. You'd reach the bottom, you'd have to make a conscious decision to click next. That decision was a moment of awareness, a chance to stop, a break in the harvest. They eliminated that break. Now there's no bottom, no end, no pause. Just an endless stream of content flowing past your eyes. And every time you scroll, they harvest another second, another impression, another opportunity to sell your attention. The infinite scroll was invented in 2006 by Asa Raskin. He later called it one of his greatest regrets. He estimated it cost humanity 200,000 human lifetimes per day. Read that again, 200,000 lifetimes. Every single day, lost to the scroll. But for the platforms, that's not lost time. That's harvested attention. That's profit. You're doing something productive, working, creating, thinking, then buzz, a notification. You check it, it's nothing important, but you're already in the app. Might as well scroll for a second. 20 minutes later, you remember you were supposed to be working. The notification is a cattle prod. It herds you back into the pen. And it works because they figured out the exact frequency and timing to maximize return rate without causing you to turn them off completely. They studied this extensively. The optimal number of notifications, the optimal timing, the optimal wording, all scientifically tested to maximize the probability that you'll return to the farm. And here's the dark part. They don't notify you about things that matter. They notify you about things that will bring you back. Someone liked your photo. Someone commented. Someone viewed your profile. These aren't communications. They're harvesting triggers. The average person receives 46 app notifications per day. That's 46 interruptions. 46 times being herded back into the pen. 46 opportunities for them to restart the harvest. You think you're staying connected. They know they're keeping you captive. This is where it gets truly sinister. The algorithm doesn't just show you content. It studies you. It learns. What makes you stop scrolling? What makes you engage? What keeps you watching? What triggers your emotions? Every click, every pause, every like, every share, every second of watch time is all data, all being fed into machine learning systems designed to predict and manipulate your behavior. And it's frighteningly effective. The algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. It knows what you'll click before you know you want to click it. It knows what will make you angry, what will make you curious, what will make you aroused, what will make you afraid, and it feeds you exactly that. Not what's true, not what's important, not what's good for you, what keeps you watching. Because the algorithm has one directive: maximize engagement, keep the livestock in the pen, keep them consuming, keep them coming back. TikTok's algorithm is the most advanced attention harvesting system ever created. It can predict with over 90% accuracy what you'll watch next. It knows your vulnerabilities better than your closest friends, and it exploits them relentlessly. You think you're choosing to watch. The algorithm chose hours ago. You're just following the path it laid out. Here's what they really figured out. They're not just harvesting attention. They're creating addiction. And they're doing it by hijacking your brain's reward system. Every like, every comment, every view count going up, every notification, it triggers a small dopamine release in your brain. The same neurochemical involved in drug addiction, gambling addiction, sex addiction. And just like a slot machine, they've made it variable and unpredictable. You don't know when the next reward is coming, so you keep checking, keep refreshing, keep scrolling, chasing the next hit. This isn't accidental. The designers of these platforms explicitly studied slot machines and addiction psychology. They literally hired casino consultants to help optimize for compulsive usage. Sean Parker, Facebook's first president, admitted publicly, "We thought about how do we consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible. It was about how do we give you a little dopamine hit every once in a while because someone liked or commented on a photo." He continued, "God only knows what it's doing to our children's brains, but knowing what it does didn't stop them from doing it, because addiction is profitable. An addicted user is a valuable user. An addicted user is a harvested user. You think you're enjoying social media. Your brain thinks it's getting cocaine." Fear of missing out. FOMO. It's not just a feeling, it's a weapon, and they wield it expertly. Stories that disappear in 24 hours, live videos you can't rewatch, limited time content, streaks you can't break, all designed to create anxiety. The anxiety that if you're not constantly checking, constantly present, constantly engaged, you'll miss something. And that anxiety keeps you coming back. Keeps you checking first thing in the morning, last thing at night, during meals, during conversations, during work, during moments that used to be yours. They've turned your phone into an anxiety generator, and that anxiety drives engagement, which drives harvest, which drives profit. Snapchat's streak feature alone is responsible for millions of teenagers checking their phones compulsively every single day. Not because they want to, because they're afraid of losing the streak, afraid of disappointing their friends, afraid of missing out. That's not connection, that's manipulation, that's farming. So they've harvested your attention. What happens next? They sell it in the most sophisticated auction system ever created. Every time you open an app, there's an auction happening. Advertisers are bidding for access to your eyeballs, to your mind, to your consciousness.
The highest bidder gets to inject their message into your feed, and they're paying premium prices. The average cost per 1,000 impressions on social media is $7 to $10. Doesn't sound like much, until you realize they're serving billions of impressions per day. Facebook alone serves over 10 million advertisements per minute. TikTok, 8 million per minute. YouTube, 6 million per minute. Every single one of those ads represents attention that was harvested from someone and sold to the highest bidder. Your attention is being auctioned thousands of times per day, and you never consented, you never got paid, you never even knew it was happening. Let me show you the scale of this operation. These are real numbers from 2024. Meta, which includes Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, generated $155 billion in advertising revenue from harvesting attention. Google, which includes YouTube and search, generated $238 billion in advertising revenue from harvesting attention. TikTok generated $23 billion, growing faster than any platform in history by perfecting the harvest. Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, every single one is in the same business: harvesting attention, selling it, profiting. Combined, the top social media platforms generate over $500 billion per year. $500 billion from something they don't own, something they never created, something they simply harvest from you. And what do you get in return? Free access to a platform? Access to the pen. Access to the farm where you're the crop. Let's make this personal. The average person spends 2 hours and 23 minutes per day on social media. That's 17 hours per week, 73 hours per month, 876 hours per year. That's 36 full days, more than a month of your life, every single year, being harvested. Now multiply that by the $60 per year they make from you. Sounds small, but think about it. They're making $60 from you while extracting 876 hours of your finite consciousness. That's 7 cents per hour of your attention. Your attention, your life, your consciousness, your potential is worth 7 cents per hour to them, and they're getting it for free. But the real cost isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in what you didn't do with those 876 hours. The business you didn't build. The skill you didn't master. The relationship you didn't nurture. The life you didn't live. While you were being harvested, someone else was building an empire. And that gap, it grows every single day. Let me show you what attention farming has actually cost you. Not in money, in life. Your time. The average person will spend 6 years of their life on social media. 6 years, not spread out moments. 6 complete years of consciousness. Gone. Harvested, sold. Your relationships. You're sitting across from someone you love, but you're both on your phones, both being harvested. The connection you could have had? Stolen. The conversation that could have changed everything? Never happened, because you were in the pen. Your potential. Every hour spent scrolling is an hour not spent building, not learning, not creating, not becoming. The person you could have been, they needed those hours, but the harvest took them. Your mental health, the anxiety, the depression, the comparison, the inadequacy. These aren't accidents. They're side effects of the harvest. When you optimize for engagement, you maximize negative emotions because negative emotions keep people watching. Studies show that every hour of social media use correlates with increased anxiety, increased depression, increased loneliness, but increased engagement, which means increased harvest, which means increased profit. Your suffering is their business model. Your reality. Most dangerous of all, they're not just harvesting your attention, they're shaping your perception of reality. You see what the algorithm wants you to see. You believe what keeps you engaged. You fear what drives clicks. The world you see through the feed is not the real world. It's a manufactured reality designed to keep you watching. And the more time you spend in that manufactured reality, the less you understand the actual world. You think you're staying informed. You're being programmed. Here's what haunts me. An entire generation has grown up inside the attention farm. They don't remember life before the harvest. They think this is normal. They think this is how humans are supposed to live. They've lost the ability to be alone with their thoughts, the ability to sit in silence, the ability to be bored, the ability to focus deeply on a single task for hours. These aren't small losses. These are the foundational capacities that create genius, that build mastery, that generate breakthrough insights. We're watching the systematic destruction of human potential, one scroll at a time, one notification at a time, one harvested hour at a time. And most people don't even know it's happening because they're too busy scrolling to notice. You came here for a video. You're leaving with a curse. The curse of seeing. From this moment forward, every time you reach for your phone, you'll know what's happening. Every notification, every scroll, every algorithm-served post, you'll see the harvest. You can't unsee the farm once you've seen it. You can't unknow that you're the crop. So now you have a choice. You can go back, pretend you didn't hear this, return to the pen, let them continue the harvest. It's comfortable there. It's familiar. And ignorance is easier than awareness. Or you can wake up, stay awake, and start the process of liberation. I'm not going to tell you how to escape yet. That's not what this video is about. This video is about seeing, clearly, completely, undeniably. In video 3, I'm going to show you another mechanism, how the algorithm doesn't just harvest you, it controls you, how it shapes what you see, what you believe, what you want, and how the elite have learned to manipulate it while you're being manipulated by it. But that's only valuable if you've truly seen the farm, if you understand the harvest, if you're committed to staying awake. Comment, "I see it," below if you can't unsee this now. That's your public declaration, your line in the sand, your commitment to awareness. Subscribe if you're ready for video 3 in 48 hours, because once you see the farm, you need to understand the algorithm. And once you understand the algorithm, you need to learn to manipulate it. That's the path from harvested to harvester, from livestock to farmer. Share this with one person who's still asleep in the pen. They need to see the farm too. And if you're angry right now, good. Angry means you're awake. Use it, because the only thing worse than being farmed is being farmed and not knowing it. The attention harvest is real. It's happening to you right now, and it will continue happening every single day until you decide to see it clearly and do something about it. 48 hours, video 3. Until then, stay awake, stay angry, stay aware. Dominate daily.